1, 2, 3. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Carpoon and Mosaic Comedy Couch podcast. I'm here with Drew. What's your last name?
Jordan.
This is a good start. Drew Jordan, related to Michael Jordan directly. And he's a comedian. He did the mic tonight for the first time. And I'm going to interview him. So let's do it.
It's going to get serious.
It's going to get pretty serious.
This is going to get heavy.
Okay, so Drew, let's talk about how you just moved to New York 3 weeks ago, literally.
I did.
And you seem very comfortable.
Well,
how is this happening?
I've
help all of us who have been here for years to be as comfortable as you.
I had a mild panic attack today.
You did?
Just trying to figure out where everything is, where all the mics are, how to get there.
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to do multiple. It's like
in a day.
I'm from Texas. I just moved from
Houston. Texas. Yes.
Houston, you can have
Houston,
a car.
Texas, baby. That's where Beyonce's from.
That's right.
He's
Queen
close
Bee.
Personal friends.
Right.
No autographs.
I've personally driven past her store where she sells.
She's a store?
Yeah, she's got like a little like a boutique in Houston.
Beyonce has a boutique?
Yeah, she's got like a brand, right?
What's it called?
I don't know. I drove past it.
I feel like she does have a brand. I don't know what it's called.
She sells stuff. Look, everyone in Houston's if they're
Look,
watching
everybody needs a side hustle. Is what he's true.
Everyone in Houston's yelling at me right now if they're watching this because they're like, "How do you not know?" I don't know.
I don't know either. I feel like it's a juicy couture, but it's not. But not.
Yes, but not. I think you're right.
Basically.
You nailed it.
We deserve to be holding these microphones.
Yes. We've earned the right.
We have. Okay. So anyway, Drew is new to New York 3 weeks, and you'll see him at the mics, and he's a comedian. He has. I mean, there's so much to talk about. He has a short in the Just for Laughs festival. I want to know about that. Also want to know about how he's from Texas and grew up very religious. We've been having conversations about Joel Osteen.
Yes.
Let's start with Just for Laughs, though. Okay,
yes.
We'll get into all that. Just giving you a little preview.
No, super pumped. So
okay, yeah. Tell us about the short.
So I was in Houston. I lived in Houston for a smooth decade, and
a smooth decade.
Smooth decade.
Oh my God.
It was
I love
smooth.
people from other places.
Yes.
So exotic.
Hey,
Texas.
I was Houston. And so in comics, we booked a lot of comics at the club I worked at. We worked with a lot of great comics.
Okay.
There's obviously several comedy clubs in Houston. So whenever touring comics would come in, sometimes I get the chance to do some projects with them. I do photo and video.
Nice.
And so really awesome lady, Sarah Talamash, who is a comic from here in New York.
Sarah Talamash.
But grew up in Houston. Her and one of her co-writers hit me up, and I went out to their place in the suburbs, and we shot these two shorts, and one of them is Sleepover Mom.
That sounds so fun.
Which is
Sleepover Mom?
Yes, Sleepover Mom.
Can you tell us what it's about?
I will say the synopsis is generally that a suburban mom wakes up because there's a sleepover, little young boys at her house.
Oh, boys sleepover.
Yeah, she wakes up and she's like saying good morning to them and checking on their like cereal and orange juice needs, but all the while she's also confessing to a murder that she committed the night previous, which is why she's so sleepy. Because her husband was cheating on her, and it was a whole thing. It's a very funny. I think it's maybe a 3-minute little short.
Nice. With an M. Night Shyamalan twist.
With an M. Night Shyamalan twist there.
The husband was one of the kids.
The whole time.
The whole time?
And we didn't know.
It was pretty bad. She did the right thing.
If only that were the twist. No, so I didn't know. Sarah submitted it to Just for Laughs. I
like that weird thinking. That's very strange thinking, and I love it.
She's a great writer.
That's very weird.
She writes very good sketch stuff, and
very
this
cool.
one's got accepted. I think one of like 11 films accepted.
Okay.
And ours is very short, so I wasn't sure. I mean, it's like everything less than 15 minutes. Ours might be extremely short compared to the other ones.
Okay.
We're going next week.
Oh my God, that's exciting.
Yeah, to Montreal, to the Just for Laughs festival, and doing some fun things there. And hopefully Sarah wins. She gets like
she wins the Grammy. Yeah, just win the Grammy.
And
Sarah's gonna win an Oscar.
Yeah,
I'm so excited
Taylor
for
Swift.
her.
She has to rip it out of Taylor Swift's hands.
Yeah,
it's a weird.
It's a challenge.
It's a Kanye thing.
Yeah.
That's
It's
the
a
way you
Kanye-
win.
just
Is
a Kanye
really,
thing.
if you it's like
But
the
it
sword
feels
and the
better.
stone.
It feels better that way somehow.
Yeah, it's the sword and the stone.
You gotta
but
make
it's-
Taylor Swift feel bad. It's so much sweeter.
rip it out. And
Just
that's-
rip it out.
That's
Make
how
her
you win.
make her look at the ground and just ponder herself.
I'm gonna let you finish, but Sarah Talamash is the best comedian of all time.
Yeah, there we
Rip.
go. Sarah Talamash.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And what did you do for the short? Did you film it or did
I
you?
filmed and edited it.
You filmed and edited it.
I did.
Amazing.
Sarah wrote it and performed and.
Oh, that's fun. She's the mom.
She's the mom. She is the sleepover mom, and
Oh, that's
some
fun.
of her co-writer. I don't think she wrote on this one, but one of her friends' kids are the kid actors, and that was interesting. I've never worked with children actors.
You're like, I've never seen children before. and
children. I didn't know they existed. Who
They're
knew?
so small.
Where did they come from?
They're like
I don't
people
know.
but small. It's weird.
Tiny people.
Yeah.
And that was fun working with. It was not. I hate working with kids.
You don't like kids.
I love my nieces because they're fun.
Okay.
But other people's kids, I do photography, and I swear, taking pictures of children is maybe the least fun thing you can do. But these kids were actually really great. They're really funny. If you watch
Okay.
the, it's like blocked on Instagram, right, or blocked on YouTube right now because of the film festival. But
Oh,
afterwards
okay.
it will be able. We can
Excellent.
post it afterwards.
I cannot
and-
wait to see this.
And the deleted scenes at the end are the kids being like amazingly cute and sharp and
Oh,
fun.
fun.
And they're actually great kids.
Oh my god, this is so fun.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so fun to have someone talented and accomplished on the podcast. Finally, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We're just really stretching on that one, but I'll take
Yeah.
it.
But that's really exciting. I've been to Just for Laughs in Montreal, and
nice.
it's a really good time.
You have to give me your tips and tricks because
just-
I'm lost.
Just make Taylor Swift feel bad, mostly.
I'm living. I got a Airbnb there,
Mm-hmm.
and went on closer like zoom in on
Mhm.
the map. It's in the red light district, so I might be a sex worker and I don't even know it yet.
There you go. You know
Yeah.
what? That's the dream, though. If you're not doing it in New York, then do it here.
Yeah,
Hey, look, we
yeah.
already have food. This is
Oh,
exciting.
nice. Now is this vegan and safe for your intestinal tract?
This looks like meatballs. Oh, chickpea
Chickpea.
croquettes.
Okay, that sounds
That
sounds
sounds
safe.
French.
It looks like a potato.
It looks like a
At
potato.
first glance.
Oh, it's a gyro.
Yeah, we had
It's a
this we
gyro.
had this discussion about gyro versus gyro.
Yeah, Euro
and
versus
it turns
gyro.
out I'm right, which is great. It's good for my confidence.
This is good for your confidence. Yeah, we're gonna try these. Do you want to like me ask you one more question and then try them?
I'm sure.
I like how you checked your watch. That's perfect.
Sorry, no.
And there's nothing on his watch.
no, I was hitting the low power.
Oh no.
I've been a bad charging boy.
Oh my God, bad charging boy is the next short. Watch out for that one.
Yeah, look at sleepover mom and bad charging
Try
boy.
bad charging boy. What is bad charging boy about?
It's about a boy who forgets to charge his watch and he gets
What happens?
into mischief. I don't know.
M. Night Shyamalan twist.
You have to watch to find out.
And he kills one of the kids. Oh my God, why are we doing this? Okay.
It's getting dark.
Yeah, so anyway, also I just want to ask you, since I promised our viewers and listeners that we were going to talk about Joel Osteen.
Oh, right.
We
Right.
cannot not deliver on that.
Sure.
He's so important and popular in this day and age.
is.
What are your thoughts on Joel Osteen just in general? As somebody from Houston who
Yeah.
may have even like been in the same like aura.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if you know what I mean. Like, were you
Yeah.
in his aura?
I'm not sure what his aura or where his aura is, but
I think it's everywhere.
it's wherever $100 bills are found.
Oh my God,
he's
he
doing
probably has so much money.
he's
You're
doing
right.
great. No, I grew up.
Yeah,
So
he's
my dad's like
great.
a Baptist preacher, and so
No way.
yeah,
So
I
you
grew up-
really grew up in
I
it.
grew up deep in the
You know-
Christian thing.
I have to say, I grew up Catholic,
Okay.
but all my friends were Baptist. So
Ah.
for fun, which sounds crazy.
Don't say you went to a Baptist church for fun.
Yeah, it sounds crazy now. I went to Baptist youth group for fun.
Oh, 'cause we play games.
Does that explain me at all? I don't know. Yeah, like it's a lot of sexual tension.
Was it?
Oh my God, so much, because Baptist churches want you to get married young.
Oh, they do.
Like you
yes.
talked about tonight in your
Yeah,
set.
Yeah, yeah.
They,
No.
so they're always, do you find that? That's the
Oh,
difference.
Absolutely.
Catholic, it's like nobody has any genitals whatsoever. Oh, for sure.
Also, no one has any condoms. Also, right?
But really, what?
Aren't the Catholics like anti-prophylactics?
Oh, just everything. I don't just not. But the thing is, the thing about being Catholic is that they don't even like deny it. They just act like it doesn't even exist. That's like the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like that's just not even like kids are just all miraculous conceptions, and
everyone's Jesus.
Yeah, everyone's Jesus. And my parents never had sex. That's like what happened, and they have 5 kids. So
it's magic.
That's how it feels, though, to be
Catholic.
Yeah, no, really. Like I never like walked into my parents.
Yeah.
I like don't have any evidence. You know what I mean?
You can't prove it.
I can't prove it. So like, I still don't know.
No, I grew up super Christian.
Oh my God, it's so different. Yeah.
So I'm a terrible dancer. We don't dance.
How are you?
Yeah, we
You're a
don't.
terrible dancer? They don't
is
like
like
dance?
no dancing.
Footloose.
That's almost, yes.
They saw Footloose once and they were like,
I am.
This is great, actually.
Everyone else, I'm the bad people.
They watched the first 3 quarters and they were like, I've seen enough. I like this idea.
This is good.
This is good
that
political.
Really ruining this town.
Kevin Bacon is horrible.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here. We don't like him.
Yeah, so I grew up super Christian. But if you're very extremely religious, then you don't like Joel Osteen.
You don't?
No, because his like brand of Christianity is a little too like.
It's like introductory almost, like,
or
like you just got off drugs.
Yeah, it's like it's a little too like, oh, if you like Jesus, he'll make you rich. It's like this weird like all this like. We, as true religious people, we like to hurt and be sad. And if you follow religion correctly, your life is tough.
Right.
And he's like, no, if you follow religion, you're happy. And we're like, no.
Oh.
That can't be true.
Oh, my God. Yeah. This is really cool.
So if you're hardcore, you don't like Joel Osteen because it's like
he's just like
he's peddling too much happiness, and we can't have that.
Yeah, he's a little too in the clouds.
He is.
He's like, Noah got on the ark, and you guys are like, no, he didn't. Everyone died.
Everyone's dead. Everyone else was dead. Yeah, so it's like, but
I
if
really
you're
like this.
But if you're a drug addict and you just got out of jail, then maybe
Joel Osteen.
Then maybe Joel is like your guy.
He's like
because he's
your
better
best
than
friend.
Everyone else you've ever hung out with.
Yeah,
and he puts you on a better direction than you were before.
And he's convincing. I like that about him. He's very convincing. Like I grew up Catholic, and he talked to me about Jesus, and I was like, "Who's that?"
You didn't like of all your years of growing up Catholic, the first time you heard about Jesus was Joel Osteen.
Joel Osteen, tell me more.
I don't know. Does Joel?
I think this is really fun. I don't even know. I think he is the Jesus, right? He pretty much is.
In the story,
when he talks about God, I'm pretty sure he's like, "It's me."
He's like, "Hands up, guys.
Hands up, what's up?
He's back. It's me.
It's me.
If you drive past the building.
Oh my God! I can't even imagine.
His name is on the.
Of course.
Yeah. It's not
Who
like
else?
This is the church. It's
of
like
Joel
this is
Osteen.
Joel Osteen and Victoria Osteen.
Victoria, of course.
Yeah.
He who never ages. And
she's a golden goddess. She is. They both look amazing because if you have all the money in the world.
That's what I heard him say once. He was like, "I don't get older, I get younger," and I was like.
That?
Yeah, he really did. He was like, every year I get better looking. And I was like, I like this guy. He's magic. He's everything that church has told me not to, It's like, I've never heard a priest say any of that shit.
That sounds like Scientology, and he's Tom Cruise.
I know.
Right?
But using the Jesus as like a excuse to appeal to the masses.
Whether you love him or not, you have to agree that there are people who enjoy that, and it's their thing.
It's entertainment, baby.
And if they're into
showbiz,
it, sometimes you just gotta go, hey, it's not my thing, but they like it.
Yeah,
and that's okay.
That's not about God.
Are teaching us these days?
Yeah, I feel like it's not even about God. It's just about
doesn't have to
him.
Be your thing.
Yeah,
but
it's
you
just
have to allow it.
Yeah, you just have to
be tolerant.
You know what? That's what they do at the Joel
Osteen
religion, which is what it is.
He is starting his own thing.
Yeah, I love this so much. It's so fascinating.
The cool, most interesting thing is that his church is the Summit, which is where the Houston Rockets used to play basketball. I saw the Barnum and Bailey Circus in that building, and now it's his church. It's like
That's
it's
like
an
a
arena.
lot. It's
like
an arena.
I don't know how many people, 20,000 people arena.
Oh my God.
And it's like a Backstreet Boys concert every Sunday.
Oh my God. See,
Yeah,
that's
they're
what's
like,
so
Jesus coming
fascinating.
back. All right.
Oh my God.
It's a thing. I don't know.
I
They might
want
not.
it Joel Osteen's way. Tell me why. No,
Yeah.
it's a secret.
You have to buy the book.
You have to buy the book. You have to sign the contract and not read it. Don't read it.
Don't.
The contract says don't read this. And then you sign it. Oh
Good
my
chat
God, I
about-
love talking
good-
about Joel Osteen.
good
It's
chat
so
about Joel
funny.
Osteen.
He is so like
He's
I
an
don't-
interesting character.
I want to say crazy, but like I don't know. I also respect it.
I mean,
If you could fill an arena with your insanity, I mean, just good for you.
yeah, he's created something
He's wealthy and getting younger.
special. I don't know how he's getting younger, but he doesn't look like he's aging. You're right.
And I think Oprah knows him, which I think is the sell for me.
Oh, I'm sure that his book was probably in the Oprah book club.
Yeah, I think
Right?
I
Had to
think
be.
that's the thing. I think the influences of Oprah is equivalent to Jesus. I don't know what I'm saying. But
Oprah
truly,
is Jesus, guys.
why not? I mean,
She gave
Let's-
away more
let's
cars
explore.
than Jesus. I'll tell you that.
she gave away more cars than Jesus.
That's
Pretty
just- that's
sure.
just a
We don't have
fact.
to count. We know.
That's just a fact.
Even one. Toyota could also be Jesus if they ever did a
Truck
giveaway.
month is
Truck-
Jesus. Facts,
my
yeah.
God.
Facts, guys.
Oh my God, this is so fun. I want to talk about this so much. Oh my God, let's just talk about it more a little bit. Honestly, did you ever watch Oprah? Because Oprah is like, if Oprah talked to you, I trust you. It's just I think that's why I'm not afraid of Joel. Like if he just on his
Sign of
own,
approval.
yeah, like on his own, I think I would be like, that's weird. But like Oprah interviewed him and I was like, you know what?
Maybe he's not all bad.
He's okay.
Yeah, I get that.
There's something
yeah.
about her that's like very reassuring, you know.
Oprah is magic. I think we all know that.
And where is she at the same time right now?
What is she doing? She's running a TV network. Is she even performing or on anything at all anymore? I don't know.
What a lazy
She's the laziest CEO.
laziness.
What is she even doing?
Joel Osteen needs to talk
She's
to her.
just counting her money.
She's counting.
Like
That's why she's
that's a
so
busy
busy.
job.
Actually, she's busy.
She's
I'm
busy
sorry, Oprah.
counting her money.
She's watching. I actually walk by. Have you heard of Broadway Comedy Club?
I have.
Okay.
I'm doing
So-
the industry room.
Amazing.
Next month.
No, amazing.
The whole audition thing. I heard that's a
Okay.
thing you're supposed to do
Yeah.
when you're new to town, and so
Uh-huh.
I'm doing that.
Okay, great.
Are you about to say something devastating about the Broadway Comedy Club?
Never. But I could, which feels powerful. No, Oprah, her building, like the building of Oprah magazine, I think Oprah headquarters is right near Broadway Comedy Club.
Oh.
And that's one of the best parts of performing at Broadway Comedy Club is that you get to walk past Oprah and be like, maybe she's in there. One time I went into the lobby and there were lots of security and there's also like a big waterfall. I encourage you to go into the lobby because you're allowed to go into the doors. That's it, though. And there's a big waterfall across all these stairs and then these escalators going up. And you can't go up, but you can look. And
Is there an O
that was
in the
exciting.
waterfall or any sort of reference
there
to
better be. Like, if
Yeah.
not, I don't know what she's thinking. Joel Osteen sounds like he thinks more of himself somehow than Oprah even.
Who knows? I don't. I feel bad in this moment because I have not really followed up with Oprah's career after like the mid '90s, whenever she was doing
If
her
only
thing.
I would have
I
known
no
before
clue
the
what
podcast.
she's been doing. What she
You know
had
what she's doing is gardening. She's gardening a
gardening?
lot. I follow her on Instagram and she has a lot of flowers.
Oh, I mean, I could follow her on Instagram. I didn't think about that.
You know, you could.
I could.
Now
give
your
me-
life is gonna get better.
As soon as we get done with this.
Okay, you're not
following-
allowed to be on your phone during this
I'm
podcast.
following Oprah to see what she's up to.
Unless it's Oprah related. But anyway, we're going to move on. I love Oprah so much, too. Oprah definitely made my life better. I hope she's in New York. You know that. So I just want to ask you, again, we're drawing out the tension of these
gosh, we've been staring at these balls. for
these
like-
balls. But is that something that you ever think about 3 weeks into being in New York? Is that
Oprah's here.
Oprah could be here? Has that ever crossed your mind before right now?
You know, before right now, actually not.
No, really.
'Cause I almost forgot Oprah even was a thing, honestly, in my daily life.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And I feel bad.
So sad for you.
I feel like you wake up every morning and think Oprah is a person and she could be here.
She's so beautiful. Like speaking of getting better as you get older, I think look at her.
Have you seen her? She's
No one's seen her.
She's
No one has seen
invisible.
her. She's invisible at this
No one's
point.
seen her.
She
She just takes pictures of her garden. No one knows what she
Oprah,
looks
why
like.
are you getting old? You're just not allowed. It's just irrelevant.
Uh,
You know what I want her to do is
was
like
she a
come up.
comic,
She needs to
technically?
but she needs to come up with something new.
Hasn't she done enough?
No.
She revolutionized
Because whatever it is,
daytime
it's gonna be
television.
good. No,
She made everything.
I'm waiting on the edge of my seat all the time about what Oprah's gonna do.
She created a TV. What
I
has she
don't know.
got to do to impress
She's
you?
gotta put out a book again or something, or autobiography.
Does she
She's
doesn't
gotta
already
do
have that?
something. She's got so many. Like she's
She
got a
should.
lot going on.
There's
But I feel like she can't rest. 'Cause she's still alive.
well, 'cause of people like you trying to pressure her into doing stuff.
But you know what? It matters to me.
Oprah, take it
This
easy.
is getting really deep.
You've done your work. Don't
We're allowed to have opposing opinions.
just
It's a
relax,
podcast.
Oprah. You've done it
But
all.
then do something with your life.
Go to an island.
You're not dead yet.
Drink
Maya Angelou died, but you
a
didn't.
pink beverage.
You know, poems would be a good idea.
just relax.
You know, go to the beach, but then do a reality series when you're there. You know, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, you know what I would who wouldn't watch like some reality show
With Oprah?
with Oprah as a contestant, like Big
Oh.
Brother Oprah.
Oh my God. She would be savage too,
I think she would.
wouldn't she?
She has to be.
She
Everyone-
has to be.
What if we put like Ellen and Oprah,
Taylor Swift,
Taylor Swift, all these like
Kanye.
massive, successful
Beyonce, Jay-Z,
Beyonce, all the people.
Joel,
put 'em
definitely.
into Big Brother.
And then just
celebrity
Victoria for no
and
reason.
See who, and then see who really has the tenacity.
Wouldn't that be fascinating?
Yeah, I think all the things I was just thinking about this the other day. I'm not sure why, but like the whole Ellen thing came out. Like everyone loved Ellen. Just
Yeah, what's going on with Ellen
seemingly
too?
lovable, amazing, sweet, funny, but then like turns out total angry,
Really?
terrible boss. Everyone hated her at her show.
Really?
And she was terribly mean.
Really?
So it means she'd be wonderful at like television, like reality
Behind the
TV.
scenes.
Oh,
We
she
want to
would-
see
She'd
that.
be perfect.
There's a villain.
Yeah,
And
everyone loves a villain.
You know what I like about Oprah is though she is not that somehow. And yet
as far as we
bigger.
know, as far as we know,
do you think?
we don't know. She has to be vicious to get
No,
to be
I think
successful in the
I think
entertainment
Oprah
industry.
is savage, but she's not mean.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. I could.
Because as Joel would say, she has Jesus.
she's got something.
Sometimes I think about Oprah.
Too much.
I know we just
I
met.
think.
I'm telling you my
Do you ever-
deepest truths.
I'm starting
which
to
is
wonder
that
if you ever
sometime-
don't think about Oprah.
I mean, this is finally getting. It feels good to finally admit it. But like, sometime, like you see how successful Oprah is, and I remember one time she said on her show, "I would not have been able to do this without Jesus."
Really?
And I was like, you know what? Sometimes I pray to Jesus, and I'm like, I believe because of Oprah, 'cause I don't think she could be Oprah without Jesus. And she said that, and I believe it makes sense because it's like all still working out for her. That's just my
So
take.
now you pray to Oprah?
I mean, I had a bit about that once. It did not work, but I like that we're thinking along the
concept is
same
there.
lines as
Yeah,
comedians. Yeah.
If
Because
Jesus
it's like
knows
she's
Oprah,
a step
and
before
you
Jesus
know-
almost. She's like the gateway drug to believing in God. Like, thank you for my salvation. Oprah.
If anyone's
you know?
closer to Jesus than a normal person, it's Oprah.
I mean, really though, she came from nowhere and nothing, and
The
she's
Color
Oprah
Purple,
now.
and now she's here.
But she won an Oscar. Didn't she win an Oscar for that?
I think she's won all the awards, right?
Yeah. Except the Just for Laughs short.
She's not of that one.
You're
Watch
gonna
out,
feel. You're gonna feel
Oprah.
so good when you win
Look
that.
out, Oprah.
You're gonna feel so good.
Yeah,
Take
yeah.
that,
We're
Oprah. She might never win it too.
She might never even try.
She might
let's
never
be
even
honest.
know it
She's-
exists.
She's done enough.
She's
She doesn't need to do anything else.
I love talking about these things with you. It
You
is
need like
so
an Oprah
fun.
podcast.
We need
I
a
feel
whole
like.
Oprah. Yeah.
Like, what's up, Oprah today?
I like how this just became like, Jaiya, oh my God, are you okay? You're obsessed with
if
Oprah.
we were to like take a camera
we need
crew
to watch the time too, for
into
real.
your apartment, would there be an Oprah poster?
Shrine. It's obviously
Shrine.
Shrine. Who has posters these days?
That's true.
You know, have you seen before? We are going to try
still
these.
postponing these.
We're just letting them get
They're-
super cold.
yeah.
But have you seen those candles that are like, they're like, the like Jesus candles, but like they're like Kamala Harris and
Oh,
Beyonce.
yeah.
Okay, I feel like an Oprah one of those would be really good,
Oh,
right?
that's gotta be a thing.
Yeah.
I have one. It was from
You do?
It was from a brewery in Houston because it's a St. Arnold's brewery.
That's
and
fun.
St. Arnold, which you might know
Is
this
a
as
saint.
a Catholic.
I don't know him.
He's the patron saint of beer brewing, I think.
No way. Is that a thing?
There's a whole story about it, about how he miraculously created beer when there was none. That's true. And
It sounds very
I've
fake.
got a candle with his face on it.
I'm
And
excited
it looks
that
like
you
one
do.
of those classic Catholic candles.
I really love that.
Sorry, I made that hand gesture. That feels weird.
Which one?
I don't want to do it again.
Okay. I wanna do it with you. All right. So, okay. I feel like I've gotten enough of it out of my system. Are you feeling okay?
I'm great.
All right.
We can talk about Oprah
Do you
another
want-
time if we need to.
Well, stay tuned for episode 2.
The Oprah podcast.
Just Oprah. If you mention anything else, you can't have
Yeah.
any Greek food. Okay. So,
Yeah. What do we got
Dimitri,
here?
what are these again? These are chickpea croquettes, which sounds French, but it's not. It could be.
Now,
It's deep fried. Okay, it's deep.
croquet is a sport. Is this a ball that you would play that sport with? No?
I like that idea. Let's cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Let's try it. We'll find
Okay,
out.
here we go. Oh yeah.
They're really good.
Is this like a Greek hush puppy? Have you heard of the hush puppy? That's a Texas thing. You know
Hush
about
puppy? No, what's a hush puppy?
puppies?
No.
It's like a hush puppy's like a cornbread ball, and you give them to dogs to make them shut up. Apparently, that's why we call them hush puppies.
Oh, cute.
These are great.
These are really good.
I would pay $25 for these.
You would in New York?
I'm sure that's how much they cost.
Oh my gosh, these are really good. I'm gonna eat the rest. Don't leave your open balls around. Your balls open around here. Don't. Okay, so I feel like okay, great. Yeah. What rating out of 10 would you give this hush puppy? Greek hush puppy.
Well, you know what? I will say, I have a limited experience with Greek hush puppies.
Okay.
But as far as hush puppies and Greek hush puppies go, this has got to be a 10 out of 10.
I love it.
Got to be. It's delicious. We got a thumbs up from the chef back there. He's not watching this whole time. Don't worry.
No, he's not watching. And
if I would have given anything less than a 10, I would have felt weird. No, they're actually really great. I
awesome.
actually had the Gyro earlier, the chicken version, and I was delightfully pleased.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, really good, right?
It was my dinner
really
tonight
good.
before comedy.
Awesome. Amazing. That's what we want to hear, that people love the gyros, 'cause that's
Or
mostly why we're
Euros.
doing this. Or Euros. Is this, you think it's an open mic, but it's really just a gyro party.
It's a gyro party.
Gyro
and
party.
There's a microphone and people tell inappropriate
People
jokes into
just
them.
talk, but we're like, that's fine. While we're eating gyros, it's fine 'cause the gyros are here.
It's all happiness.
It's all happiness. And so what like got you into comedy, and are you gonna stick it out
Who knows, right? I got
after this mic?
right. this mic may have shook me to my core. Actually,
I feel like you're just so preoccupied with Joel Osteen and
no one
Oprah
liked my jokes
questions.
here.
No, we liked your jokes.
No, I got into comedy strangely enough because I worked in radio. That was my main career. For like 15 years, so I was always like in like public speaking and stuff was not a problem.
Okay, cool.
But I have a colon disease, which is a real fun thing to have.
Tell Joel. No, I'm kidding.
Right? He should pray for my butt.
I wonder what he would say.
He would pray over my butt, I think. But I got the butt disease, Crohn's disease. It's
are you gluten-free?
Ulcerative colitis. I'm not.
Okay.
So I started like having these really embarrassing, weird experiences with doctors, and I started writing jokes about them. And I would tell my friends about all the weird butt pokey things I was having to do, and it would make them laugh. And it was the only thing that got me kind of through that weird whatever, because it was rough. I had it pretty bad. I was a very severe case for a while. And so the dumb butt jokes that I told my friends was super fun. And then eventually I was living in Nashville, and that's where I started comedy.
Nice.
And they're the first ones that heard my butt jokes.
And liked them?
And they liked it, and they didn't kick me out of the town. And then I moved to Houston and, did comedy there for forever and started a comedy club. And then I left it all for New York City.
How long were you thinking about New York before you moved here?
For a while. I was dating a girl that lived here. I'm still dating her, obviously.
Oprah.
For like a year. And so I knew there was a
It's her name,
possibility.
Oprah.
And I was just like, I can go to New York
For Oprah,
and come up here and hate my comedy life here.
Yeah.
Because it is daunting.
It is
from a smaller market in a comfortable city where I run a comedy club and everyone knows who I am.
Yeah.
To stepping into a city where no one knows who you are nor cares who you are.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no reason. There's the biggest, best comics in the world live here.
Yeah.
And you are no one, and you don't deserve anything.
Yeah.
And that's what you should remember, really.
But get Greek foods once in a while.
Before you go to bed tonight, just remember you're no one.
Yeah.
And no one cares.
Nobody cares.
Oprah wouldn't say that.
I don't think Oprah would say that.
No,
what would she say instead? She'd be like
special.
Would she? Or would she say
I care.
Would she? I feel like she'd be like, I'm gonna build you a house.
She's like, here's a car.
She'd be like, but in New York, what would be the New York version of that? It would be like, here's
an
rent.
apartment in Bed-Stuy. And
here's a apartment.
Here's a scooter. So you can
City Bike membership.
There you
City
go.
Bike, you get a City Bike membership. You get a City Bike membership. Everybody gets helmets.
I think you nailed it.
Thank
you.
you.
You are Oprah.
I've definitely been Oprah.
I believe that.
In my mind, in the past.
From now on, I'm just gonna call you Oprah.
Thanks. That's what I prefer. And it's really cool to meet somebody from a different place who's still rocking a little slight accent.
Still in there. I can't kick it.
I love it. It's very subtle. And I wouldn't have known you from Texas if you hadn't said.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you hadn't admitted. No, I'm kidding.
I gave it up.
Okay.
But yeah, glad to be here. Super
That's
pumped.
very cool. You seem very at home, which is very nice.
You know, the amount of drugs I'm on right now would make me feel comfortable anywhere. No, comedy is home. Wherever comedy is, I always
That's nice.
Yeah, wherever comedy is, I think I can feel comfortable.
Aw, that's really heartwarming. Are there any comedians, we'll close off on this, are there any comedians that you are hoping to run into? You mentioned there's a lot of big names besides Jaiya Victoria, here in the city. Anybody that you'd like to see or maybe walk by on the street?
I don't know. The good thing,
excited about.
I've been here enough that I've seen most all of the living comedian. I'd love to run into Mitch Hedberg, but that'd be like a ghost story, which could be scary.
I'm trying to think of.
But I did get a chance. I ran into Sam Morrill the other day.
Really? Where?
At Joe List's movie premiere, and I made a jerk of myself because I was fangirling slightly, and I was like,
"This is the place to talk about it."
This is not a good look, Drew. You're being a little too chatty.
What happened?
Sometimes when you have a thought, and it should be in here, and then it comes out here, that. I think the thing I said to him was, it's weird when you see someone that you see all the time on the internet, and then you remember that they've never seen you.
You said that to him?
I said that out loud. And
he was like, I don't need to know this.
Yeah, this is weird, Drew. And
sounds
I was
like Trump.
This is bad. I want him to never remember this. And so I just disappeared. And I'm hoping I can have a secondary first meeting of him in the future. Please don't
Right.
watch this.
Yeah.
But I
'cause
love Mark and Sam and Joe and all those guys, and would always love. And Caitlin Palufo is one of my faves here in town.
Cool.
And I just shot a YouTube thing with Steven Rogers. I'm just name dropping at this point.
Drop them like it's hot.
There's so many good comics here, and I've been here enough that I've seen most of the ones that I love. So I'm not
It's amazing.
I'm not jonesing for an interaction.
Okay, you're already pretty.
Because I know how
yeah.
awkward that would be, and it would be embarrassing for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm more excited to like at some point maybe like be on a show with one of these guys that I respect, and maybe that'd be a thing.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about New York is that it's possible here. You know, like
yeah, they do a
actually
lot of
happen.
Shows, yeah.
Yeah.
None of them are here tonight, strangely.
Where's Jim Gaffigan tonight?
Where was Jim Gaffigan? Did you book him?
That's so weird.
He was in the back.
Did he get lost? He was like
he was eating all the falafel. Missed him.
Damn it.
He was.
I mean, the mic was full, so.
Yeah, we capped it, and we're like, sorry, Jim.
Sorry, Jim.
Sorry, Jim. Mike's capped, bro. You got to come
12
back next week.
max.
That's all there is.
It's only fair. Jim, I got to be fair.
Fairness.
I know you paid $7, but just use it another week.
He just burned his Venmo.
What do you got to do on Mondays? You have like 7 kids. Like, you come out of the house once in a while. I like him a lot. I've met him twice. Yeah, he's very cool.
Also Catholic.
Yeah.
Right?
He has a great stat about Our Lady of Guadalupe, which is it's so exciting when you're Catholic and people talk about being Catholic, 'cause Catholics don't talk about anything. So it's very exciting to hear about anything to do with being Catholic.
Just like some kind of connectivity. You're like, I know about that thing.
Yes, and it's like someone's like joking about it. Are we allowed to do that? And then you're like, well, he's going to hell, not me. So it's like fun for me to watch. Kind of like them right now watching me. You know, all the Catholics out there. Exactly, it's so much fun. That reminds me, like, did the priests or your dad ever do this? It's like at church, tell a joke, like to kind of connect with the congregation. But that was stand-up comedy is like the thing.
I think a lot of people, 'cause I'm like a preacher's kid, I think a lot of like I remember being devastated one day because my best friend and his family went to my church and we were leaving, and like one day my friend was like, your dad's jokes weren't that funny today. And I was just like, I was so mad. I wrote a joke about it. It was something like, yeah, I'm sure your dad's work at the Ford dealership was great this week. And no one really had anything to say about that. It's like, why do you get to like criticize my dad's work because we all go and watch him do it?
His worth as a man.
He's performing live on the spot. What does your dad do?
It's hard. This is like the hard.
I don't go to your dad's job and tell him he's not good.
Yeah. That's really funny,
really
actually. It's like, oh, really? Your dad is.
I think my dumb joke was, no one cares about your dad at the dealership or whatever. He's like, did he bring anyone to Chrysler or something? So it wasn't great. It wasn't. It was a weird pun. So that's why that joke's never seen the light of day until now.
That's why we do this.
Exclusive for this crowd.
That's why we do this. I know it feels like we're talking to nobody, but they're gonna watch, and you never know.
We're gonna blow up. I can feel it.
You never know. There's one ball left. I had one more closing question I wanted to ask you. Oh, yeah. When you meet Joel Osteen, because I think we're manifesting him. I feel like every time we say his name, it's like
he's one step closer.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's the Squid Game? Caesar playing red light, green light with Joel Osteen. Every time you say
Joel Osteen's name,
he gets closer.
You feel it. He just comes. He knows.
That's real scary.
I want to see the Joel Osteen horror movie so bad. I want to know the truth. Okay. What will you say? You're speaking of meeting people and saying awkward things. What would you say, or what will you say? I mean, we're manifesting.
I don't.
For real though, if you like really saw him, what would you say?
Here's the thing. A lot of people talk a lot of smack about how they would like
talk to Joel Osteen.
Piece up Joel Osteen if they met him. But I think if I met him, I would just be like, "What's up, man? Nice hair, or like cool skin."
Okay.
I'd just be like,
"You look younger, dude."
Hey, bro.
Okay, so you'd be normal.
I wouldn't. He gets enough criticism. He doesn't need any.
You know what? You're right.
He doesn't need any more criticism.
So right. He really doesn't need anything else.
If I met him, I would just be like, "Hey, let's do this, and then we're over."
Okay.
He doesn't
So
need to
normal.
hear, he does not need to hear from me.
Okay.
And I don't have any worthy things to say.
Like advice
what would you
or
say to Joel Osteen?
I couldn't wait for you to ask. 'Cause I don't know. I mean, it's like a that was a
Would you be
very
like, "Can you
hard
give me
question
Oprah's
I gave you.
number?"
I mean, okay, if I really saw Joel Osteen, I'd probably just be like, "Hi, oh, you're Joel Osteen," and awkwardly shake his hand and be like, "I've seen you on TV. You're inspiring." And he'd be like, "Oh, thank you," and I'd be like,
Then you just stare at each other.
I'd be like, why are you in New York?
What are you doing here?
Are you scared?
Are you scared? That's creepy.
Yeah, and then I would be like,
I feel like it's hard to not have an awkward conversation with Joel Osteen. 'Cause what do you say to a guy like
I think
that? It's
'cause
like
you'd
the
be
Pope. It's
surprised.
like the Pope. What's up, bro? Like, what are you gonna do with the Pope? It's like he's a special. He's
Yeah, you
he's
don't.
Like
I'm
this
glad we're going over
extra-
this ahead of time.
Yeah, you
'Cause
can't say anything
otherwise-
to him. He's too important.
I think 'cause it would be like there's so much to say and yet nothing that I
Yes.
can say
'Cause you can't have a personal
that you're gonna care about.
conversation
Yeah, you're.
with someone on that level.
And
He
plus,
doesn't
like, I
understand
care about
your
him. Like,
little meaningless existence. He's on another plane.
I'd be like, I think I read one of your books. Like, he's like important, but totally not to me. You know what I mean? Like, not actually not important, but fun to talk about. Well, kind of like once a year, like the Easter Bunny or Santa Claus. You know what I mean? If he's there,
Is it
it's like,
Joel
oh,
Osteen
hi,
Day?
wow, this is amazing. But like, otherwise, I don't think about you most of the time.
Yeah, he only comes
So it'd
up
be exciting
in
for
my
like,
Facebook feed whenever he says something that all the other Christian family friends of mine disagree with. And
Okay.
we blast him on the
really.
internet.
And yet he keeps thriving. Just like
You know,
it must be his toothpaste, his strong toothpaste.
Hey, he should. How does he not have a sponsorship deal with?
He
something?
needs hair,
Yeah, hair plugs,
makeup.
the teeth.
He
stuff.
works out for sure.
Those aren't his real teeth, for sure.
Yeah.
No way.
No.
He's actually in pretty good shape.
Yeah. What do you think he does in the morning? We'll close off on this. It's too much to
What is
goodness to
what
talk
is
about. But
Joel
what do you think he does
Osteen
for
do
real in the morning?
I think he probably like
Such a calming thought.
yeah. I think he like wakes
Orange
up and he
shoes.
goes for a jog and then he gets in his solid gold jacuzzi and just relaxes and he's like
Doesn't pray.
no.
No.
He's just like I got it. I'm winning. I
Yeah.
did it,
Yeah.
Lord.
He just adds Lord once in a while.
Yeah.
That's how you pray.
Whatever he does, it's something with a solid gold something.
Something for sure.
Yeah.
And I also think that we should do our impression of Joel Osteen in a bad mood behind the scenes. And then we're done, okay? I'll go first.
Okay.
What? What? Oprah said what? It's okay. It's okay. I got this. I got this. Jesus. Jesus is my... no, not your Jesus. My Jesus. The real one. I'm just going to hold it all in. That's how we do it. All right. I kind of went into Jack Nicholson a little bit. He's definitely going to have a disease
Yeah.
at some point holding it all in. But anyway.
It's going to hurt him. I think it's probably like he has some like really mild cuss words that he said. He's like,
Oh,
gosh
yeah.
darn it, April, I told you to turn my beauty light on before camera 2 comes on my face. It's like, you know, it's like, it's very like mild but still angry. But
Yeah.
It's only about the look of him and his show and his lighting and his makeup. And he's like, drat gone it.
Yeah, drat.
Susan,
And then he's going to apologize later for saying drat.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to use
Didn't mean
the
to
Lord's
say
name
drat.
in vain right there. But
The drat's name.
but
in vain.
I said I needed a neutral, I don't know, makeup thing.
Doesn't matter anymore, but
Yeah.
it mattered.
But he would get
No.
angry, but I feel like
I feel like he does.
he would still be really angry, but he would still use like these weird mild to moderate cuss words.
Because he
and,
doesn't
like,
say it. He
yeah.
doesn't say real cuss words.
I don't think he can.
can't.
I don't think
The
I don't know.
robotics of him would
I think
malfunction.
He probably goes into like a quiet closet in his house and he just yells the
Do you
F word
think?
just to be like, I gotta hear what it's like to say it. I gotta know.
That's that. Now that I'm glad we discovered this. This is what my soul needed.
Yeah.
Do you feel fulfilled?
I feel better now.
Do you feel better now?
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, I feel like we really discovered something that the whole internet's probably not even talking about. I mean,
think
this is
I
a
just
big
saved
deal.
$30 on therapy.
And your soul.
Yeah. Magic.
$30.
We did it. Oprah, Joel Osteen.
Joel Osteen,
Just for
Oprah,
laughs.
shorts,
Yes.
balls,
Yeah. Whatever.
Texas, Beyonce,
What were these called again? The
croquettes.
quinoa. Nope.
Croquettes.
Croquettes. But what's the thing that the chickpea?
Chickpea.
Croquettes.
Croquettes.
Only $25.
$25.
Come buy 'em.
now at Corbin and Meze.
Delicious.
Thank you so much for watching. This is absolutely unexpected and delightful to have
Profound.
such a profound conversation about the inner workings of Joel Osteen's inner being and soul. And, mechanics of how he functions. And I think as a former journalist, I'm truly excited and honored to
Glad we
have
could do
this
that
conversation.
expose.
This expose, we're going to all over the internet. I can't wait to hear from Joel. And
Tune in next week.
Tune
We're
in
gonna
next
have
week.
Joel on to defend himself.
Yep.
It's gonna be great.
Or not. Okay. Or an impression of him. Thank you so much. This has been amazing. Thank you so much. Welcome to New York. We're happy to have you. You're going to have great success here. Thank you so much, Drew, Jordan, everybody. Thanks for being on the podcast. Bye.